up, I have a little thing that just slightly annoys me. It's not the biggest news story to come out in the past week or so, but it's something I did want to talk about. Just because, as a person who aspires to make movies for a living, as a person who first and foremost loves film, like otherwise why would I be doing this? Is this story annoys me. So coming from the Sun, Millie Bobby Brown's latest movie amassed 50 million views in just 2 weeks. Good for her. But the actress will not be sitting down to watch it. Despite her Hollywood career, the 20-year-old Brit has revealed she does not have the attention span to sit through an entire film, even if Damsel has become Netflix's most watched title of the week. Millie, who plays Princess Elodie in the fantasy adventure, said, "I don't watch movies. People come up to me and say, you should definitely watch this movie. It would change your life." And I'm like, how long do I have to sit there for? Because my brain and I don't even like sitting for my own movies. The in-demand actress is also short on leisure time as she is filming the eagerly anticipated fifth and final series of sci-fi mega hit Stranger Things, as well as planning her wedding for Jake so-and-so, the son of rocker John Bon Jovi. Oh, really? I didn't know he was the son of Bon. She's getting married to John Bon Jovi's son. I didn't know that. Okay. I'm sort of like glad I didn't know that. I'm a 24-year-old man that shouldn't be keeping up to date with a 21-year-old girl's life. The US model and actor proposed to Millie under blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't care about this anymore. Millie said, "My fiance is the biggest movie buff. He just sits down and watches a movie all day and I cannot do that. That is the one thing I cannot do. But I really love Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and I love Mad Max. So I feel like I'm always channeling that in a badass." Okay. So the reason I wanted to talk about this is not just, I don't want to just be having a go at Millie Bobby Brown because that's not cool. So this isn't just in particular about her, and it's weird for me to like come on the internet just to shit on some little girl. So I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm gonna do is shit on the concept of people coming into this industry having not been fans originally, especially like filmmakers and actors, because especially directors and actors. Sorry, those two roles in particular, you can't get away with not having this like thirst for wanting to see more performances, wanting to see more movies, so it can inspire you to make different choices, to make bolder decisions while you're doing these things. Like, it just makes me question, why does somebody do what they do? Why are you in this industry it's not an easy ride? Like, regardless of, yes, she might have started, Millie Bobby Brown might have started very young, but regardless, and it doesn't mean her path was easy. So I can't imagine her path must have been easy. So, and it's probably not, and it's not easy for anybody. So why would you go through that if you don't truly love it? If you don't truly love what we're doing? Do you know what I mean? So the only reason you're doing that is fame, fortune, so all of the wrong reasons. And eventually it'll filter you out. This industry will filter you out, and if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, at a certain time, this will catch up with you. It will catch up with you, because I feel like it is so important for an actor to have previous knowledge of what makes a good decision as an actor. What makes a good script? What makes a bad script? Why is this script so good that I've read, but the movie wasn't that great? So what could have happened in between that? That's great for a director to do. Why did they go with this shot in particular and not this shot? Why is the sequence starting from here to here as opposed to, why did they structure it this way as opposed to that way? So many things you gather just from watching previous movies, whether it's classics, good movies, blockbusters, crap duds, all of these things you'll learn from. Regardless, you'll learn from. And now here's the thing, I'm not attacking people that don't have the attention span. Some people literally are easily distracted, don't have the attention span to sit down for 2 hours and a half. I'm not blaming you, and I'm not attacking you, but I am annoyed at people that really want to get into an industry like become an actor, and have no knowledge in previous staples when it comes to performances. So how can I take you seriously if you say you want to act if you haven't seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, if you haven't seen A Wonderful Life, if you haven't seen Casablanca, if you haven't seen The Long Goodbye, if you haven't seen whatever, whatever. And here's the thing, everyone's going to have holes in their knowledge. I haven't watched every single movie ever. That's fine. Everyone's going to have holes in their knowledge, and everyone's going to try and fill those holes. No pun intended. But the fact that you're at least have the intention to and the desire to fill those holes and become knowledgeable in what you lack in, that seeking of knowledge will never stop, and it should never stop, because there are too many movies for you to watch everything. But there are some staples that, like, if you don't at least attempt to, there are reasons why these performances or these films are held in such high regard. So why wouldn't you want to go back and have a look at things that have done well for people, served them well, with decisions that have helped people progress in their career, or sort of performances that you as an actor get inspired from, films that you as a director get inspired from. So those kind of comments really irk me. They really irk me, because there are so many people busting their ass to try and get into this industry because of how much they love it. They're sacrificing so much, whether it's having a regular job, whether it's making as much money as they possibly could, whether it's spending time with people that they love, because that happens if you want to be in this industry. So the fact that people are doing this, they're not doing it just because they want the fame or the fortune or what. Because let me tell you, 99.999% of the people working in the industry today don't have that. But they do it because they love what they do. Costume designers make costumes and are on set for so long because they love what they do. Do you know what I mean? Gaffers aren't there because they're fucking obsessed with light in their normal day to day, but they want to have their contribution on film because they love what they do, because they love movies. So my question to you is, if you're a person that wants to be an actor or is a working actor already, how are you going to say, I don't like movies, I don't watch movies? Like it's I'm this cool person, I don't really even watch movies, I'm just out here making them. Screw you, because you've got so much. You're just disrespecting everything that's come before you. You're disrespecting all of these. You're disrespecting the establishment that has come before you. And plus, there's no way you progress without having gone backwards. How do you become better? How do you get better if you don't see the people that have come before you, the people that are already on top of you? How do you get better? Surely, like, it just boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. You're not going to hear Michael Jackson go, nah, bruh, I ain't never listening to no James Brown, no Lil Richard, none of these guys. No, you hear the greatest of all time in that category, whether that's my opinion or not. Like, consensually, he's the king of pop. So you don't hear someone like that bash the people that come before him, because essentially saying I don't have the attention span or I don't want to watch something is bashing the people that worked on it, whether they know that or not. And again, I'm not trying to just single on Millie Bobby Brown, because even in my limited time and limited experience working and trying to make movies, I come across people that also have the similar mentality of like, I would love to do this and I'm working on doing this, but I can't be arsed watching stuff. Like, it's annoying. It's just annoying when you see people don't have that same love for something as you do, and it might be unfair to judge people on that, but it's still like low-key disrespectful. Because like I said, you don't hear MJ chatting crap about, you don't see Lionel Messi going, yeah, I've never seen a Maradona highlight, or I never checked him out. You don't hear Kobe trashing on Michael Jordan or saying, oh yeah, I've never watched a basketball life in my life. No, he's probably the biggest basketball nerd when it comes to it. And it's no surprise that when you come across these big directors or these like really successful actors, they first and foremost are huge fans. Like, Quentin Tarantino probably has not come across a film he has not watched. And he's constantly inspired by these films, and you see him in his movies. You see these inspirations from Scorsese's movies that, like, whether it's like Fellini's 8.5, whatever it may be, but you see those, like, literally, like, sometimes they just rip shit from old movies and put them in their movies from stuff they love. But that's what being an artist sometimes is. It's like a great artist steals sometimes. And how do you not have, you're limiting yourself from so much progression by not checking these things out. It's just a bit annoying to me. Like, stuff like that just irks me just a slight bit. And yes, it might be coming from like a person that yes, it's funny coming from this person that is like constantly watching movies and constantly like dreaming about making them and is in the process of making them and is ready to go into production on his next short film and is in post production on his last. And so I'm in that grind, but it doesn't stop me from watching movies. So like, and from getting inspired. And I know I'm nowhere near anybody's level that I'm talking about in these videos, and I completely understand that. But it's just the wherewithal and it's just this arrogance that like, yeah, I don't need to check out what's come before me. I don't need to stay up to date with with great performances just because my intuition is great, and I've just got great instincts. Like, it just comes off like egotistical as hell, even if she might have not meant it or whoever. Even if the person that was saying this statement outside of Millie Bobby Brown, whoever, it just comes off so egotistical and just straight up stupid. I'm just like, I feel bad for you because there's gonna be a level and there's gonna be a ceiling because of the fact you're not willing to do that homework and go back in it. If you like, there's a reason why people are getting so vexed over like people's letterbox for sometimes. Over people's letterbox for sometimes because they're so highbrow or whatever. It's not because they're so highbrow and actors want you to think they're smart or directors want. It's because these people have seen so much crap because they've watched so many movies that they've gotten such a big pool of inspiration from because they've putting themselves out there and putting themselves in the space of watching all of this stuff. And then, so that's why the youths might see their stuff as highbrow. It's not really highbrow. It's just, if you've watched 5,000 movies in your life, and somebody that's watching your letterbox 4 has probably watched like what, 500, 400. Of course, you're very unlikely to understand all the 4 that he's named. And it's not being pretentious or highbrow. It's literally, I watch more than you do. I consume more of this than you do. So, of course, you're not going to understand some of the things I'm trying to portray. Of course, you're not going to get the references I'm trying to make. That's why I'm putting them in the shit I'm doing, because I know you're not wary of it. So it's just, it just reeks of this just like self-righteous, egotistical like bullshit. And I just needed to get that off my chest. I really did need to get that off my chest. Okay,